Hey there, this is Dara, Connolly, your fearless confidence coach who helps you speak up to be heard, kick fear to the curb, and be TEDx confident. I'm a TEDx speaker, author, and award-winning confidence coach who has helped thousands. And in this video today, I'm going to give you 3 tips on how you can be more assertive in meetings. I want you to be seen and heard and respected in those meetings. Okay, 3 tips to be more assertive in meetings. This is especially helpful for the women out there. Did you know up to 70% of women get talked over in meetings? It's crazy. And in fact, that number is even higher virtually. So it's time, ladies, that we are seen, heard, and respected. So let's first talk about what assertiveness is, because to me, assertiveness is the ability to have confidence in yourself and articulate the information you want to share. Maybe it's your opinion or an idea. So here's 3 helpful ways to help you stand out and be more assertive at a meeting. It doesn't matter if you're working in a big organization, a large company, an entrepreneur. I've been in all of those situations, by the way, and I've seen how easy it is for women to get talked over, mansplained, ignored, invisible. I've been there, done that. So I really feel you if this is something that you're struggling with. Hang in there, don't give up. By the end of this video, you'll have some tools on how you can be more assertive in a meeting. So number 1 is I want you to make yourself visible. You have to be seen. No hiding in the back. And I used to be the girl who sat in the back of the class, right? And thought, oh, don't call on me, hide. I don't want you to do that. In order to be more assertive, you're going to need to be seen. So no hiding in the back. It doesn't matter if this is an in-person meeting or on Zoom, because how do you hide on Zoom? Don't keep that camera off. Don't be like in a dark space. Make sure you have proper lighting. You want to be seen. In order for people to respect you as someone who speaks up, you got to be visible. So start by being visible and let them know you don't mind seeing them. Eye contact is really important here. Again, whether it's virtually on a camera or in person, making eye contact shows others that you have confidence in yourself, that you believe in yourself. And remember, that was the definition of assertiveness, of being able to articulate what we want because we have confidence in ourselves. Another tip with this is that when other people are speaking, make sure you're keeping eye contact. Don't look down. I mean, you could be taking notes, but keep the eye contact. And what's really helpful, and this is what will set you apart, is a lot of times when people are speaking, their eyes go over here, they look down, they start to drift off because they're thinking, right? When we think, our eyes go up and to the right, and sometimes down when we're nervous to look at our notes. But what's going to set you apart and really show assertiveness in a meeting is to hold the eye contact while you're speaking. And if you need to think because you are maybe speaking on the fly and you turn away for a second, look more to the side than up or down, because down will show you're more submissive, right? Keep the eyes parallel, look away for a second, then come right back for that eye contact. Hold the eye contact while you're speaking, and it'll set you apart and really show the assertiveness. When we are not, when we're showing that we're not afraid to be seen by being visible, by keeping the eye contact, it makes it easier when it comes time for you to speak, because others will now know that you're the person who's seen and they're ready for you to speak. So the next step of this, if you really want to have like extra credit with this one, is take up space. Okay, take up space physically in the room, take up space in the meeting, take up space the way you're sitting. Don't cower in. Hold open postures and take up space. And this way, when you speak, just changing my body language here can give you a visual of how confident that is. And so it doesn't matter what I'm saying. I could say the exact same thing. The meeting is tomorrow at 3 o'clock. The meeting is tomorrow at 3 o'clock. See the difference? Open, take up space. Okay, tip number 2, in order to be more assertive in meetings, is, I told you tip number 1 is to be seen. Tip number 2 is to be heard. We need you to speak up. So Find any opportunity you can to raise your hand, ask a question, offer an opinion, comment on something that's already been shared. Find a reason to raise your hand and speak at the meeting. Make sure when you do speak that you speak loud enough so everyone can hear you. A lot of our communication is nonverbal. If you watch my previous video, we talked about that, the video on how to be an assertive communicator. But you can apply this to any meeting, whether it's a family function or a big corporate meeting. Speak in a way that's not yelling, but is loud enough for everyone to hear you, and they will notice you. The second part about this is that we speak calmly and slowly. Cadence is really important. Assertiveness is not frantic. Assertiveness is calm, slow, even methodical. So you may have to slow down your pace a little bit, especially if you're a fast talker. Pay attention to how you're speaking. You don't want to rush through your thoughts. You don't want to speak so quickly that people didn't even absorb what you said. When you speak loud enough to be heard, you speak slow enough to be heard, you are now increasing the confidence in your speaking. And don't do what a lot of us do. This is such a common trap that so many women fall into, and it's maddening to me. Don't minimize yourself. How do you minimize yourself? At the end of sharing, you say, does that make sense? Did anyone understand that? Was I clear? Don't question yourself. Assertive communication is you know what you're saying so confidently that you state it and then you stop talking. Okay, this is a good time to remind you, don't forget to hit the subscribe button if you're watching this on YouTube, and hit the bell to be notified when I publish new content. And be sure to follow me over on Instagram, where I post different tips that cannot be found here. And if you haven't yet grabbed my free confidence tips, you'll want to do so by clicking the link after this video. Okay, tip number 3 is to be more assertive in meetings is to speak in a direct, concise business way. Especially for women, a lot of times we are told we're too emotional, too dramatic. Here's how we handle that. When we speak in a business environment in a very direct, concise, factual way, with no emotion, no drama, it really conveys a sense of professionalism and assertiveness. You could still smile, you could still have a friendly tone to it, but we want to speak in a way that's just factual without the drama. So here's an example. Let's say someone says, I heard a rumor that Jane resigned from her position. That's true. On Tuesday, Jane did resign from the position. She's no longer the president of the board. No drama. Not, yeah, did you hear what happened? She got in an argument with so-and-so. There was a little bit of back and forth. They stay out of that stuff. It really wrecks the power of your communication. So more direct, factual communication, especially in a business environment, this will go way farther than you can imagine. Others will see you as a contributor, a factual and honest person, if you can do this, because there's no gossip. And they will listen to you next time you talk, because they can count on you as being that confident communicator. So now that I've taught you 3 tips on how to be more assertive in meetings, you're going to want to watch my next video, which is how to be a more assertive leader. So go ahead and click the link below for that. And I know you're going to love my free confidence tips. So click the link for free confidence tips. And until then, you are amazing.